welcome back to my channel. So today I am here with
Red. Hello.
Red. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Red.
Wow.
That's enough. Okay, so in this video today I'm going to be doing a Cuts special effects makeup tutorial. And as you can see, these are the cuts. So did it hurt?
Yes.
Yes, it hurt. I just went, no, I'm kidding. I didn't do that. Don't do that. Okay, so yeah, this is what I'm going to be showing you how to do today. And the materials are okay, so the first thing that we're going to do to start making the cuts on the arm is I'm taking black eyeliner and we're going to trace them out just so we have a general idea of where we want to put them. I like to do this just because I don't like to just kind of make them. I like to have an idea, but we're going to make a few, so maybe about 3 we'll make. So we'll put one right here. And we're going to make them kind of small and narrow because it's the arm. And I don't know if you can see that, but there's one. And we're basically just going to kind of do them like that. And one thing I would recommend for the arm, just make them really narrow, or like the smaller the area, the more narrow it should be. But yeah, that's pretty much how I'm going to say to do that. But we have the cuts outlined, as you can see. Okay, so for the next part of this tutorial, we're going to be taking our liquid latex, and we're going to put it in a bowl. You can use something like a bowl, plate, cup, just a place to put it. And we're going to just pour a little bit of this into the bowl, like that. And what we're going to do is...
It has like almost no scent, but it smells horrible.
Yeah, it smells really bad.
Stop.
Latex smells bad, but it works really well. But basically, we're going to be taking the latex, and now that we have a little bit in the bowl, we're going to just dab this, well, not dab it, but we're using a Q-tip, and we're going to put it around the black eyeliner, or the black marks we made with the eyeliner and where to put it. So we're just going to do that with it right now. And we're going to do this on all the cuts we made, and you can do this on as many as you want, but yeah, just make the layers of the latex all around them. And after you get the latex on them, what we're going to do is take our tissue paper, we're going to cut it into strips, or not cut it into strips, but just rip it into little strips. It doesn't have to look neat. And then we're just going to kind of roll it up a little bit, like so. And once we finish kind of rolling it up, we're going to just apply that onto the area with the cuts. And when we apply it to the area with the cuts, it's just going to give it that base. So, just going to roll it up again. And then we're going to put it down. And then, after we do that, we're going to take the latex again. And we're going to put it over this. And I would recommend kind of like dabbing the latex over the area with the cuts. Like so. Just kind of dab it over. Like that. Because when you dab it, it's a lot easier to use. When you try to when you try to brush it on, it gets really gross and messy. And also, if you make the latex messy again, normal latex, it dries on clear unless you get special latex. But if it dries on clear, you won't notice it. So it's okay if you're like me and you suck at putting latex on, it won't be that noticeable.
Should have known that before we started making this video, but you know.
Known what?
That you suck with latex.
Oh, well, it's okay. It's okay. I'm not that bad. I just like to get it everywhere. But yeah, you're going to be doing that on all 3 cuts. And when it before this dries, you're going to take the scissors and you're going to, she already looks scared. Be very careful when using scissors, especially on other people. But you're going to very carefully rip it up a little bit or pull it up. Just don't, oop. You're going to pull it up just kind of like a little bit, rip it. It's a lot easier to do this when it's wet, because when it's dry, you just get this, plasticky thing. And it's hard to do it with.
Yeah, right. It feels like plastic.
Yeah, that's how it's going to be. If I'm, cutting into your skin, let me know. I would recommend, if you're, doing this on someone else, let them know. Tell them to let you know if you're cutting into their skin, because sometimes it's hard to tell the difference in fake blood and real blood when you're doing special effects. So, how do you feel right now?
I wish you would have warned me, but,
Well, see, if I would have warned you, you wouldn't have done the video, and,
I might have.
But yeah, that's pretty much all we're doing for this, and you're just going to do this on your other cuts as well. Okay, so now that we've put the latex and the tissue on all 3 cuts, yeah, you can see this. Now that we've done that, we let it dry, which latex takes around 10 to 15 minutes to dry. But if you want to use a hair dryer and just put it on it, maybe on cool, normally cool, yeah, it will dry it quicker. But now what we have to do is, this is very white, so we're going to take concealer, which you can also use foundation, but I feel concealer works a lot better. And I'm just taking a regular paintbrush, like a nice paintbrush, but you can use a makeup brush, you can use this thing, like a sponge thing for your makeup. But we're just going to take the brush when we get some concealer on it, and we're just going to basically, as you can see, all I do is just brush it completely over. You know, I don't want to use the brush, but all you're going to do is either brush it over like that, or if you take the sponge, just dab it all over. And make sure you get a concealer or a foundation that blends well with your skin.
Because this one really isn't my skin tone.
Yeah, it's not fully her skin tone, but it's not that far off. It's a little off, but it's not that far off. But yeah, just pretty much get one and just rub it all over. Try to cover the white as much as possible, because these cuts, we're not trying to make them this time we're not going to make them super bloody. But yeah, just try to blend them as much as possible and as good as possible. And again, you can also use foundation, but I feel like this works a lot better because it's just more, it's like stickier, whereas foundation can be more liquidy. But yeah, I like using concealer a lot better because I notice a lot better results. But yeah, that's all we're going to do for that. So now we've gotten the latex skin colored, but because cuts normally they'll look a little irritated on the outside. So I'm taking my injury stack from Spirit Halloween, and I love this injury stack, and I'm taking this light pink, which you can use any sort of light pink that you want. Pretty much, yeah, just use any light pink that you want. And I'm taking a paintbrush right here, and I'm just going to put a little bit of it on the paintbrush. And basically all I'm going to do is, because I also want to try to make, kind of the skin around it look a little, the latex part, look a little irritated as well. But all I'm doing is I'm just going to kind of brush around it like that, as you can see. And one thing you need to learn to do is just kind of blend things, try to have it blend, basically, I'm sorry, I just got to cut you with my nail. But yeah. basically all we're doing is I'm going around this latex, but I'm also going a little bit on it to give it that little bit of extra pink. And I'm sorry, I just cut you with my nail again.
I have real wounds, Sid.
She's gonna have real wounds along with fake wounds, but it's okay. Helps the realism of it all. No, please be careful. But yeah, we're just gonna rub this a little bit, because I feel like it helps it, because you want it to blend into your skin a lot, as much as possible. But yeah, we're just gonna go around it like
Looks
that.
like she took her nail and just kind of scratched me all
Yeah,
around
no,
it.
I didn't actually scratch her, around. I mean, I scratched her, but not around. But yeah, so we're just gonna do this on all 3 cuts. It's okay if you get a little bit on the latex. Again, you want it to just blend as much as possible. I say go with the pink because it does give it that more irritated look. And the goal is to make this look very irritated, but for however many cuts you do, just put some pink around it and blend it as I'm doing, as you can see. Can you see that? Yeah, you see how much more blended that is? Yeah, that's pretty much what we're going to be doing here. Okay, so now that we've made all the cuts irritated and we have the skin tones proper, what we're going to be doing is take any black eyeshadow. I'm using this shimmer palettes that I've got somewhere, just from a friend. But we're going to take a black eyeshadow, as you can see, the black right over there. And you can use a makeup brush. I'm just using a regular paintbrush because I don't feel like using a makeup brush. And you're going to take the cuts, and because we ripped the skin up earlier with the latex or with the scissors on the latex, which be careful with those scissors. Don't cut yourselves, or don't cut someone else. Definitely don't cut someone else. But basically what we're doing is you're going to go under it. So let's just cut kind of closer. You're going to go under it like this with the black eyeshadow.
Well, that looks dark on the camera.
Yeah, well, basically, when you darken it with the black eyeshadow, it gives the cut more depth, and it makes it look realistic. And because we're not making these super bloody, because I don't want it to be super... For once, I don't want something super bloody. But yeah, because we're not trying to make this super bloody, you're just going to take the black and really try to get under the cut. It's okay if you get it a little bit on the skin, because that actually... Or not the skin, but the latex, which is the skin. But when you do that, it actually does give it more realism. It's okay if you get it all up in the cut, because we'll just cover it up anyways. But yeah. Okay, so as you can see, that's what it looks like with the eyeshadow inside of the latex. Now what we are going to be doing is I'm taking my injury stack from Spirit Halloween. Again, I'm using the darker red this time, not the pinkish. Yeah, it's pink. Taking the darker red, which you can use, like, if you have, like, a really dark red eyeshadow that works well, you can use that as well. If you have, like, any sort of, not paints, but, like, any sort of other, like, makeup things that are red, that are like this, you can use that as well. Oh, yeah, that as well. But basically, we're just going to be taking I'm taking this red, and I'm using a paintbrush, just getting it on, and then I'm going to take the cut, and pretty much I'm just going to paint inside the cut, which it's okay if you did get, like, some black all in the cut, but basically in the center, where the skin mainly is, we're going to paint that red. Okay, so as you can see, now that we've colored it in red, it looks like that. But we're not done yet. I know it looks good, but we're not done yet. So basically now what we are going to do is I'm taking my bloody scab from Spirit Halloween, which I need more of if someone wants to buy me that. No, you don't have
You
to.
like Spirit Halloween, don't you?
Yeah, I love Spirit Halloween, but it only comes around once a year, but they got their online store. I'm not sponsoring them, for the record. Love to, but I'm not. But basically we're going to take our bloody scab, but basically you don't have to use it. Just as you can see, it's very thick and it's dark. And you're just going to dab it all into the cut. Like
this is cold like jelly.
Yeah, it is. But you're just going to dab it all into the cut. You're going to try to kind of spread it, you know. But basically, just kind of go a little bit on the outside. And that's...
Make it work.
Okay, everyone. So as you can see, that is the cuts. I think I did a pretty good job. I like it.
Yeah.
It looks like I cut her, and now we're going to go tell it to everyone. No, just kidding. But this is the end of the tutorial. I hope this helped anyone out who needed to know how to do cuts. I think these look a lot better than the last one. But yeah, this is how it looks. It's really good. Please make sure to hit the like button on this video if you've enjoyed it, if this helped you out in any sort of way. Also, make sure to hit the subscribe button to see when I do more videos. And if you want to see more of this, that would also help. Also, please leave a comment down below on what you thought of this video, and if you have any suggestions for what else you want me to do. Also, this is Red, as you all know. I'll leave the link for her down below if you want to subscribe to her channel whenever she decides to put videos up.
I don't put up videos.
Yeah, we'll get her to start too. Also, all my social media links are down below. Instagram, Vine, that's all I have, and also my website. And show your arm again. Don't show your face, show your arm. And yeah, but here it is, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye, guys!